Relentless Racing League. NASCAR dreams, full speed kings. Let's go. Relentless on the track, ain't no tapping the brake. Cup Series leaders got the whole grid shake. Xfinity stars with the future so bright. Truck Series banging through the day and night. ARCA rookies hungry, chasing that fame. NASCAR racing blood, gasoline in our veins. Green flag wave and the engine scream. 30 cars flying, living that Speedway dream. Draft so tight, bumper to chrome. Every lap of battle, this is where we roam. Rubber business racing, yeah, we know the code. Last lap glory on a victory road. From short tracks to super speedway nights, legends made under flashing lights. One mission, one name, one goal too. Relentless Racing League coming through. Relentless on the track, ain't no tapping the brake. Cup Series leaders got the whole grid shake. Xfinity stars with the future so bright. Truck Series banging through the day and night. ARCA rookies hungry, chasing that fame. NASCAR racing blood, gasoline in our veins. Tires burning sparks when we dive down low. 3-watt thunder putting on a show. Spotter calling clear, crowd on their feet. Photo finish moments can't accept defeat. Championship dreams in every lane. Only the strongest survive the strain. From pit road hustle to the checkered wave. Every driver brave, every fan amazed. History written when the engines fade. Relentless Racing League got the legacy made. Relentless on the track, full throttle rage. Cup Xfinity, trucks set the stage. ARCA rising, next gen flame. NASCAR racing power, remember the name. Speed, heart, glory, all the same. Relentless Racing League, we own the game, how? Relentless on the track. Relentless on the track.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to North Wilkesboro for the Ugly Sweater 200. Of course, I am Derek Pemberton, driver of the number 21 in our truck series here in Relentless Racing. Tonight, we bring you the Cup Series action. After we left Worldwide Technology Speedway last week, we kind of keep it on a little bit of a short track tonight, as we will shortly be going trackside here in just a few moments. Of course, want to thank each and everybody who is tuning in tonight. If you are already watching with us, let us know who you're pulling for and who you want to see take home the win tonight. And let's also put it out there, what do we think is going to happen tonight? It's a short track. A lot of crazy things can happen. We've seen kind of craziness in the Xfinity on Monday night. I'm very interested to see what we're going to see here this evening. As we are slowly but surely making our way. There we go. And here we are, as we're our trackside. Now let's take a quick look here at our finishing, as I did not update that. Let me update that. There we go. I will get better at this, y'all, I promise. May take me a while, but eventually I'll get halfway decent at this. We're at the Ugly Sweater 200. Brandon Moore and Paul Chisenbunt, once again, top two in final practice here. Starting to become kind of a, definitely figuring it out here. As, man, North Wilkesboro is really weird for me. This is actually the first time I've been here since they've completely redone the track here. So this is very... I'm learning a lot here for myself here tonight. So I'm very interested to see how tonight is going to go. As you can see, that is going to be one thing, is that if there is a wreck, it is going to stack up the whole field tonight. But right now we're looking at about 29 cars currently have made their way here into North Wilkesboro. As you can see right now, the times for everyone who is currently out. Right now, it is just by a tenth as Brandon Moore over Paul Chisenbunt. And then you go about a half a tenth back to Philip Brown in the 69. Medlin is right there, tied with Matt Fornes And then Tony Frey, good to see him. Also look like he's having a pretty good run as well. As you can see, actually we just saw Tony Frey go by right there in the Pfizer car. I don't know if I've seen too terribly many ugly Christmas sweaters. Actually, I think I see one right there. Just went by, and Darnell just goes to the top of the board here in the last 30 to 45 seconds of practice. Picks up the fastest lap here in practice. I want to see if this is who I think it is. I don't know who it is. I've seen someone out there what looks like they were running one. Oh, Sean Pointer. Glad to see the 20 car back in action tonight. He goes out and runs one of the fastest laps. Alright, so now we will work our way into qualifying. Hopefully we'll get a chance to see some more of these really, really good schemes here tonight. But let's head on over into qualifying. Let's see who'll be one of the first ones out of pit road. Everything resets, and here we go. Matt Forns, first one. I believe he's going to be one of the first ones to leave. No, Tony Frey. Tony Frey will actually be one of the first ones here. Let's actually go on board here with the driver, the number 6, Tony Frey here. Right here, as you can see, he's really trying to get wide here to really get the really good launch here. See, he accelerates hard coming out of the corner here, takes the green here for his first lap. Not really wanting to run the bottom, going to try to run the middle just a little bit here, kind of slides up, and then once again kind of tries to diamond it back down there towards the bottom. So we'll see if he'll probably try to do the same thing here through 3 and 4. Once again, does a really good job here, really smooth there, punches it coming out of turn number 4. He will go to the top of the board here to start. We'll see what he can do here on lap number 2. It's actually Zach Bucher, actually. He goes to the top of the board over Tony Frey. As Davey and everyone else is kind of falling behind. Jeff Midland, he jumps to the top of the board. Is right here, as you can see right here, Tony tried to get it all the way to the bottom. Couldn't quite get there. Gets loose off the corner. That lap is not going to count for Tony Frey. Matt Forns, he goes to the top of the board as we currently sit. Jeff Medlin, he's in P number 2 right now. As actually, there we go, fastest in practice. Brandon Moore, he jumps to the top of the board. Paul Chisholmut will only go to P3. Josh Vangar, haven't seen a lot out of him this year in that 83. Also another one of them beautiful fleshlight cars. That's hilarious for me to say. He pulls it down. May, that's a beautiful scheme there. Tim Harmon, I believe this may be his flying lap here, coming across the line. Improves to P9. Cedric Bruce in the 30. He's going to pull it down pit road. Scott Stewart, one of our main upfront runners right now, puts it in P5. I believe he may be on his 2nd lap. No, he was on his 3rd. Matt Richmond. Actually, here's Sean Pointer. Sean Pointer only can put it up into P8. Brandon Park, he's running a different scheme tonight. Let's go back here. Matthew Richmond, he's done. Johnny Brugg. I think that's an Ohio State scheme, because usually he runs the Michigan scheme. I think that's an Ohio State scheme. I hope that it's because he lost a bet. They both suck. Anyway, here's our Daytona winner, Isaac Wilson. He's going to be crossing the line. Jumps up, P5. Good qualifying there for the driver of the number 88. I think Brandon Park's still sitting out there on track. But yeah, that is the ending of our qualifying for tonight. I don't think we're going to see anybody else try to jump out there. And I did not even check to see what the stages are for tonight. That shows you once again how good I really am at this. Tonight, it is a 200 lap event. Stages at lap 40 and lap 80. So it'll be a 120 lap dash to the end. I would expect us to see everyone on pit road at the end of stage number 1 and stage number 2. We have just about a minute and a half. So while we have just a minute and a half, we are going to step aside here and wait for the remaining time to finish out here on qualifying. We'll see y'all here once they start the grid. Alrighty. Well, looks like we have finished up qualifying. Lot of drops tonight. Lot of drops tonight. So that's why we see such a condensed field here for this evening. I love that 84. That's my favorite car already. Anyway, Bill Moore. I don't know why I keep calling him Brandon. Bill Moore, he qualifies on the top spot, followed by Jeff Medlin in P2, Paul Chisholm at P3, Matt Forns, P number 4, Isaac Wilson, P5, Scott Stewart Jr., P6, Johnny Brugg, P7, and I was just looking at this. Scott Stewart Jr. starting P6 is our points leader. Johnny Brugg, P8, Justin May, P8, actually Scott Stewart Jr. starting P6, Justin May is P8, Brandon Park, P9, Sean Pointer, P number 10. Josh Vanguard, the 83, will start from the 1-1 position. Zach Bucher rolls off P12. P13, Tim Harmon in the 73. Dakota Ordenoff in the 42. Glad to see him back this week. Rolls off P14. Ed Morse Jr. rolls off P15. And Matthew Richmond, 16th. Tony Frey was hoping for a little bit better of a qualifying out of him. We'll roll off P17. Mike Simon in the 12. We'll roll off P18. P19. Chase Harden. Davey Hendricks. And I think he should be another M&M scheme tonight. It rolls off P20. Joey Maines, 21st. Cedric Bruce, 22nd. Philip Brown from Mexico will roll off P23. And Ethan Flanagan roll off P24. Alan Coons rolls off 25th. Justin Cortez rolls off 26th. Edward Morris Sr. rolls off 27th. Josh Fassbender Sr. rolls off 28th. And Connor Darnell will roll off P number 29. As we get ready to get rocking and rolling here, as I believe it's only one lap, I think. It might be two. I forgot. It is a short track. So we may get 2 laps here. I will say, I will definitely try to go to some of these. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, now that I've officially seen what the 84's paint is, the 84 will win the best paint of the night. I don't care if it's not a Christmas sweater. That is obviously the best paint out of anybody. So hopefully we get to interview him later this evening so we can see more of that beautiful K-pop Demon Hunter car. And, of course, seeing the silly tiger on the side, that's just awesome. Looks like Justin May back there also has him a nice Christmas sweater scheme. But here we go for the Ugly Sweater 200 at North Wilkesboro. Bill Moore is going to be looking to bring us to the green flag. He's been really, really fast this year. He's hoping to maybe be able to turn some of his luck around. here we go. Coming through turns 3 and 4. We are in the restart zone. Green flag is in the air, and we are racing here at North Wilkesboro. Very quickly here, everyone's going to be a little antsy here, especially whenever we get over here into turns 3 and 4. That is where the trouble turn is, but everyone looks to get through turns 1 and 2 quite cleanly here. Jeff Midland trying to take the lead away, can't quite do it. We'll see what happens right here through turns 3 and 4. Everyone looks like they survived the bump for the moment. To the line, Jeff Midland will lead lap number 1. Holding on for dear life right now is Moore on the bottom. Trying to see if he can make it work, but Jeff Midland holding on really, really well there on the top side. Can't quite get up there. And actually, I stand corrected. Bill Moore is actually the points leader when you look at playoff standings. He's actually the points leader that way. But he will slide up into P2. Jeff Midland will take over P number 3. Everyone pretty much behind is kind of just at 1s and 2s. Let's go back to a little more side-by-side action back here. That looks to be Tim Harmon and Zach Bucher battling side-by-side. And so far, so good. Everybody keeping it nice and green. And, you know, you also see the 83 up there trying to get underneath the 20 of Sean Pointer. As you can also see kind of back throughout the field, we still have a little bit of side-by-side action all throughout the field back there. As it looks like it's starting to stack up right here just a little bit here with Dakota Ordenoff in the number 42. As our actual overall points leader, Edward Morris, is stuck behind him. Battling, I believe, that is Matthew Richmond in 93. Oh, Tim Harmon! What a save there by the 73, but look at all the momentum he has lost. And Davey's actually not running the M&M scheme this evening. That's sad to see. And Tim Harmon, or correction, Philip Brown in the 69, not running the ever-so-favorite Major Watermelon scheme tonight. He's also running him a ugly Christmas sweater. I believe I just heard a car hit the wall there. That is the 12 of, who is that? Mike Simon. He's stuck all the way on the outside. The 30 kind of runs him up the track. Not a whole lot of space up there. A lot of marbles up there. Now the 69, he was side by side with him. Really tight coming off the corner, but everyone seems to make it. Simon is going nowhere but towards the back right now. He's got to get off that top lane just a little bit. He might find him a gap right here, but once again, the 73 doesn't give him a ton of room, but the 12 finally gets all the way out of that top lane. Hopefully be able to cool those tires off, get all those marbles off, and we get back to going here. It's actually, here we go, side by side. Bill Moore got to the outside of Jeff Midland here. Let's see if he can try to take here. You got to be really careful down there on the bottom. The 84 gives 3 plenty of room. 3 still continuing to show the way. Right there, it looks like the 84 got a really good entry into 1 and 2. It was able to really roll it there on the top lane. Let's see what Jeff can do here on the bottom. Do remember there is that really weird bump in 3 and 4 that you got to really watch out for. Really there out of 4, you can see the 3 almost slips up on it, but continues going. And Bill Moore looks like he is going to take the lead. Nope, not yet. Jeff Midland still battling really, really hard there on the bottom. But once again, the 84 giving him a ton of room, but almost not enough room. Here they go, kind of dooring each other down into turn number 1. It is back and forth here on who has the lead at any given point. I will say for our biggest mover of the night, we have 2 drivers right now who are battling for that, as actually Jeff Midland finds a way, hangs on to the lead from the bottom. Let's see here. We can actually go back here to some of our biggest movers. Right here's actually these 2 cars currently on our screen. The 30 and the 69 both have moved up 4 positions. If Davey is to pick up 1 more position, he would also be tied for it. But now, ooh, Sean Pointer. Yellow is out. Sean Pointer is stuck to the inside here. See if we can back this up here and see if we can see exactly what happened here to the driver of the Red Bull number 20. You can already see those brake rotors really, really glowing. Looked like he got it just a little bit loose there and just fully looped it. He might be okay. I don't think that hit's going to hurt him too terribly bad here, but let's back this up here just a little bit here. I want to see this. Because it looked like he got just a little loose there in the center of the corner. I want to go back and watch this here. Yeah, he was already losing it, trying to save it, couldn't quite. Just a little bit of front end damage, but I think he will be okay. As actually we see him coming down pit road as well with the 28. They all come down pit road here as we now get to our first caution of the evening. Give us just a moment, everyone. We got some technical difficulties on my end that I don't think y'all can see, but give me just a moment. Try to fix those. Give me just a moment. Alright, I believe the technical issues have been fixed. I will try and check that on throughout the night just to make sure. But here we go. We're already pretty much going to be halfway through stage number 1. Jeff Medlin doing just a fantastic job there on the top lane. But once again, if you are tuning in and watching, let us know who you are pulling for. Here we go. Jeff Medlin, Bill Moore. And Jeff Medley gets a great start, and that's also going to open the door for Matt Fords there to get a huge jump there, as he's going to be trying to take away second. And I think he might actually get that position here. 84 really struggling on the bottom, and you know, Paul, he's trying to find a way to get around all this mess. But this time the 84 gets up a little close there to the 10, but I think he's going to have to concede the position here. Nope, he battles it back really, really hard. We'll see here what's going to happen. As we get off into turns 3 and 4. The 10 doing the nice thing, giving the 84 a lot of room, so that way he's not at the worst part of the bump there in 4. But right there, I think it's going to be just enough. No, the 84 really drives it all the way down the line. They may bump. They are touching. Give small advantage back to the 84. We'll see. The 10 continues to give him lots of room here in turns 3 and 4. But look at the drive off the top of the corner there for the 10. Really able to really drive it off the corner. But once again, I think they make contact again between the 84 and the 10. Can't quite clear him. I think he might have there. No, he does it. The 84 once again drives it back down on the bottom. Hangs on to it still. But I think the 10 finally clears him, and he does. 84 struggling to make a pass on the bottom, or defend on the bottom, can't make the pass on the top. He's trying to figure out how in the world do you make a pass here, but now he gets the bumper there from the 19 from Paul, and that stacks up everything behind him. That's our points leader right there, the 27 on the inside lane there. Right there, kind of all in the thick of all this right here, alongside Johnny Bruck, who I really wish somebody would tell me, is he running that for Ohio State this week? I really need to know. Because I know Ohio State has them a big game, and I think Michigan has absolutely nothing going on this week. As actually, it looks like the 27 gets a shot there from the 8. Moves him down the track just a wee little bit. But everything looks to single file out, and we're actually going to move back here to one of our biggest movers, the 00. Davey, who did not have the greatest of qualifying, started back in P20. He has worked his way up into P14, battling Tim Harmon right here for that position. So actually, we see in the other battle right here in front of it. We'll actually just kind of slowly but surely move up here to that. Zach Bucher and Dakota Ordnoff in the 14 and the 42. And Zach almost clears him. Can't quite do it just yet. So very interesting to see that we're seeing different lines working for different people. As actually, correction. I got mixed up on my playoff leader and on my points leader. The 27 is the playoff points leader, and Edward Morris is the actual points leader. Big snap there out of the 14. He saves it. That's going to open the door for the 73 to get alongside him. And now Zach Buecher might lose 2 positions out of that. Actually, our biggest mover right here, this 69, Phillip Brown. He is making moves like it is nothing right now. Already up 8 positions since the drop of the green flag. As you can see, this is just a whole wadded up mess back here. Also back here in all of this, Tony Frey in the Viagra Pfizer car was really, really fast in final practice, trying to see if he can maybe find a way here to get up to the front here near the end of this thing. But we are 10 laps to go left in stage number 1. I don't know if we're going to see anyone make a move, but a guy who is already catching a lap car, which those will cause something here. But here we go. Jeff Medlin kind of in a league of his own. But Bill Moore and Matt Forns and Paul Chisholm all clumped back up together here. What is going to happen here? Well, right there, it looked like Jeff really struggled after passing the 28 of Edward Morris Sr. Has really kind of lost his groove and has really kind of opened the door for the 10, the 84, and the 19 to really kind of run him back down here. We'll see if he can maybe try to find a way to regain some of that strength there. Because he was really kind of pulling away until he caught the 28. So that's something to think about here is the 3 struggling when it comes to passing lap cars. I think I've seen something else happening back there between who is that? That is Isaac Wilson. You can really see that brake glow right there. He's trying to hold off Johnny Berg in the 8. And we are about 5.5 laps away from end of stage number 1. As I think, and barring something crazy here, I think Medlin has shown a lot of strength here to start off this thing. But as we saw last week, is when you have the lead, it's great, but once you lose it, you struggle. So we'll see here if anyone can dethrone Jeff Medlin, who I'm sure is tired of being the runner-up. As actually we see Darnell, he hits pit road. I don't know if that is by strategy or not. I don't think so at a track like this. As we continue here, as we're coming to 3 laps to go here in the stage. And right now, it looks like Jeff Medlin's stage once again as we count down these laps here. Looks like the battle for second is kind of there, kind of not. Some laps they're there, some laps they're not. Not really sure. If Moore's going to make a move, he's going to need to do it now. And actually, I was actually incorrect. William Moore is actually the playoff leader. As he actually has that by 13... No, correction. 11 points over Prida. And has... they both have 48 stage points. I believe that is the most stage points out of anyone this season. But here we go, Jeff Medlin. Looking to take the green checkered flag next time by. I believe this may be his first stage win of the year. And yellow comes out! That's why. That is why. I got it mixed up. I don't know why I thought we was racing to that. Man, I'm sure dumb. Jeff Medlin wins stage number 1. And let me check that. That is, in fact, his first stage win of the season here. I expect we'll probably see everyone come down pit road this time for tires and fuel. Now we had some people looking like they was thinking about it, but I think everyone here is going to be smart here and come down pit road. I don't see anyone staying out as of yet. Yeah, And looks like everyone's coming down for service. I believe that is a... No. That is the 30 staying out via strategy. And unfortunately, we do not have a race off a pit road camera. So we're going to have to watch it from the 3's point of view here. And here's the thing. With it being a short track, you do not have a ton of time here on to be able to do a lot. And actually, the 5 and the 10 both beat the 3 off a pit road. And we may have some black flags here, y'all. We had some people cross that white line. We may have some penalties. Oh, we got a crash. I believe we had a... it was saying we had a crash somewhere, trying to see if maybe we can see what this was here. As you can see, it's a big stack up right here. Oh, the 7 got left out to dry. Not a lot of space there. But I believe everyone figures it out. But I think we are definitely going to have some black flags here. And strategy is about to get interesting. Something happened here to the 20. Let's see if we can exactly see what happened here. Okay, it looked like he was just trying to let everyone by. I think that's what it is. I think that's all that was. So, alright. Give us just another moment here while we try to fix this issue. Unless we're going green, I think. Well, not a lot of time here to riff-raff around, but here we go. Strategy time. The top 4, top 3 stay out. The 13 does not get going, and that really, really hurts the 3. That also opens the door for the 90. We're trying to see if we can take the position here, but right now, the 30 out in front, and this is, I mean, I know that's got to put a smile on the face of the 10 here. We probably don't want to leave this camera shot here of this 13, because I know that 3 has got to be frustrated. He is watching, oh, contact between him and the 19. That's going to make things a little interesting here. Oh, they're turning, they're wrecking. This is in front of the whole field. Everyone's going to get involved. They're still wrecking. Big, big, big wreck here. Oh my goodness. And that is the problem with North Wilkesboro. When a wreck like that occurs, everyone gets involved here. Let's see if we can back this up here and see if we can see. Nope, that is not the incident we need to look for. We need to find the other incident. Not that one. Where's it at? Where's it at? Let's see here. This might show us here. Oh my goodness. Oh, he just got a wreck on his own. Anyway here, but I do know that for sure involved the 13 here. So let's actually back this up here with the 13 here to see if we can exactly see what happened here. As you can see, just a log jam. So this camera view probably isn't going to show it. So when we back this up here, we're definitely going to change it up here. We're going to go all the way back here to the start-finish line. So do remember, this is coming off of guys not taking tires here. I think this view right here is going to be the best view to show here. The 19 doors the 13, which allows the 3 to get under there. Then pretty much we're 4 wide. Then contact with the 90. And then everything behind them just stacks up. 48 trying to get through there. Oh, and then I just realized that the 84 got, I don't know if he got turned. Or, because I seen him make some contact. Oh, and the 19 turns the 84. Well, big, big contact. I'm sorry, I am not laughing at this. I'm laughing at something else that I just got sent a message on. But, boy, big-time implications here. Thankfully, some of our front runners get through it. Some of them don't. And the thing is, you don't have a lot of time to get stuff fixed here. So, oh gosh, I just covered my screen. here we go. Once again, green flag getting ready to be displayed here. Cedric, once again, going to breach the green flag. This time, this will actually invite the 3 to be alongside the 10 here at the start here. So that 10, who probably got a pretty big advantage here, not going to have it. But now with fresh tires, what can he do against the 30? Tactical salesman, I see that. Matt Forns takes the lead away from the 30. And now, exactly what we just talked about just a little bit before the end of the stage. Can Medlin do something that we haven't seen a lot of this year, is when the dominant car that starts off the race loses the lead, he falls back. We will see here if that can be corrected. I heard a little bit of car contact, not really sure where that came from. And look at this mess back here. Oh my God, look at this. Talk about a bull in a china shop. This is crazy here. 3 wide. We got a yellow. Saves the 30. I believe it's Josh Fassbender in the 2. Looks to be running all by himself back here. And just hits the bump. And honestly, the 30 better send him a Christmas card. Because the 30, something happened to the 30 here. I think, no, he was already back there. What happened here? Let's see if we can back this up here. Let's see if we can see. Man, he was just really losing spots there from the drop of the green, and that was just craziness there. So, wow, we got just a moment here. Let's see if we can actually... let's see here. Can I actually find our stage 1 winner? Oh, there he is. Our stage 1 winner, Jeff Medlin. Jeff, this is Derek up at the booth, buddy.
Hey, how's it going?
Man, you finally got that stage win, and then some strategy here has kind of put you behind Matt Forns here. You think that car's going to be strong enough to get that lead back?
Oh yeah, I think we just ran the fastest lap, like 2 laps before this, so I think I definitely have a chance to get this lead back. Probably on this restart, if he leaves me on the outside, pretty bad choice by him. So
yeah, we have seen the outside be really strong. It's actually how you took the lead, and it's pretty much what gave you the win in stage number 1 here. As and thankfully you kind of was on in front of the big one that happened back there, but I don't know how much you've seen of it.
I think he just. Did you say inside or outside, Matt? Okay. Last minute switch. I see you. All right.
Well, buddy,
he must be listening to the broadcast. He knows.
Well, buddy, hey, good luck. Go try to go out there and get it.
Oh man, I thought it was 1. My bad, brother. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Yes, sir. As we're gonna let him get back to focusing there. What's crazy is it doesn't feel like we're only 58 laps into this thing. I feel like we've already been, we've only been racing for like 10 minutes. Which in all actuality, we probably only have been. Actually, how long have I been? You should tell me how long I've been. Well, I've been live for like 40 minutes, so. The green flag in the air. Matt Forns gets the big jump there over Jeff Medlin. As now Ethan Flanagan. I don't think Ethan Flanagan has pitted yet. No, Ethan Flanagan hasn't pitted yet. He's trying to stay out here. Strategy move here. And, I mean, we're almost through the end of stage number 2, so it might work out for him if he can try to hang on here inside the top 5. Right now, trying to see where our first really side-by-side battle is. That looks like Tony Frey back here battling the 83. Of course, as soon as I say that, now lots of other battles beginning to happen. Got a good shot here of everything coming down the front straightaway here. Let me know if y'all can hear me take that drink. I had to take a drink. My throat is killing me. But let's actually go back here. Something's happening back here in the back. Oh, Edward Morris Sr. is causing a massive, massive stack up for a lot of fast race cars back here who maybe... Oh, the 12 gets absolutely dumped. Yellow is going to come out, but the 12 just... I don't know. I wish I could tell you. I don't know why he would do such a thing there. And I'm honestly more surprised Yellow came out, tried to dive it down. I'm trying to see who that was there. That was the 60. The 60 was already there. Man. Man, oh man, oh man. Well, now it looks like we're going to have about a 15 lap dash to the end of the stage here. I'm hoping this is going to be the last little break I'm going to need to try to get everything fixed. So give me just another moment, y'all. Alright, there we go. Should hopefully have gotten everything fixed here. But here we go. We're getting ready to go back to racing here. What looks to be about a 13 lap dash to the end. We'll see here. Can Forns get just as big of a jump? I think he did. Back to racing here. And once again, Matt Forns gets a really, really good jump here. And takes the lead. Actually, here's Tim Harmon. Tim Harmon, one of our biggest movers of the race. He's up there in third, taking third away. As you can see, that is an absolute mess back there behind them right now. But 12, really about 11 and a half laps to go here in the stage here. And we are just going to keep an eye back here on all of this. Because I got a feeling this is about to be big. And I mean real big here. All it takes is one guy to make a mistake here. And everything just, it could end horribly for a lot of good race cars here very early. I believe Tim Harmon did actually fully secure third place. He did. Both are... Oh, the 17! What a save! No yellow! What a save by the 17! Keeps it going. We stay green. But I think for the most part, I think we might be okay. It's still just kind of 2 by 2. Let's go back up here to our battle for the lead here. Jeff trying to find something here to get past the 10. Don't know if he's going to be able to quite do it, though. We haven't really seen a pass for the lead, except for on restarts. So I'm interested to see here if Jeff Medley can show us, my apologies, how he can do it here. As he is looking Can't quite get there. Prita gonna come back up in front of the field. Everyone should miss him. They do. And now, gulp status here if you're Matt Fornes here. I will say, we didn't really need to go back and watch that on replay, as we just seen that he just kind of got loose out of four, which is not the first time we have seen that this evening. But we'll see here. Will anybody come down and try to get their service now? We might see some guys in the back maybe try that. Ethan Flanagan, he's going to come down and take his service now. If he just takes his time, protects his tires, yes, he'll have 5 extra laps on him. But it should cycle him out to the lead. And really, I don't think it's even going to be really 5 laps. I mean, yeah, I mean, he'll go 5 circuits around, but, you know, it might only be about 2 to 3 laps of hard racing on that set of tires. So, we will see here. Right now, biggest mover, Josh Fassbender, sitting in P12 right now. He's looking at 16 positions gained. I think, of course, our biggest loser right now is Bill Moore in the 84. Of course, one of my favorite paint schemes of the evening is at minus 24 right now, and that's going to be pretty tough to beat, but Paul Chisamut is attempting to try to beat that. As you can see, it is a mad dash to get off of pit road. Holy Toledo. I think everyone gets off unscathed here, but we should be receiving the 1 to green here this time, which, if I'm doing my math correctly, Zach Bucher, I believe, gets caught a lap down. He does. So he will be a lap down. So we should have a green, white, green checkered here for this, here in stage number 2. Well, hold on, I think here, hold on. Yes, it will be a green, white, green checkered here to get to the end of stage number 2. This is going to be a gamble for some to try to get some stage points here. Right now, Chase Harden looking to pick up the one singular stage point. Here we go. Matt Fornes, Jeff Medlin, the 2 fastest cars tonight, trying to battle it out here on a green-white checkered. Matt gets the better jump. He clears the 3, but the 3 tries to send it in there. Has to think twice about it. Isaac Wilson, he jumps up to P3, takes P3 away from, I believe that's Harmon. Here we go. We're basically getting the white flag for the stage. This time, one more lap to go in this stage. If Jeff's going to try, I think it's going to have to be in 3 and 4. I don't think he's going to try to wreck him. We may just see him try to dive it in really, really deep here. A lot of bumping and banging back there in the back, but this time it's going to be Matt Fornes looking like he's going to do it. He's going to win stage number 2. And John Fassbender gets the point. Josh Fassbender will get that last point. Matt Fornes wins the stage. I believe Zach Bucher should get the lucky dog. But that is it for stage number 2. And, I mean, I'll just say this, guys. In 30 minutes to get 80 laps, that's pretty stinking good, let me tell you. But, man, talk about some, you know, good stage points there for Matt Fornes. Who is actually sitting, let's see here, I believe, actually we see him hitting pit road here for service. This is where we should see Ethan Flanagan jump to the front, and that we do. Let's see here. So right now, Matt Ford's sitting P12th in the playoff standings right now. Would be sitting P10 in regular standings. So definitely needing to, you know, doesn't have a ton of stage. Actually, I say that. I was looking at someone else. He has quite a few stage points. And actually, I was incorrect on the stage points. earlier with William Moore and Prida. They are not leading it. They're actually third and fourth. Edward Morris and Scott Stewart Jr. are leading the way with that. But Matt Fornes wins the race off, and a lot of strategy here. We're going to quickly try to bring up Matt Fornes here. Try to get him... Matt Fornes, Derek here up in the booth, buddy. Big win there in stage number 2. What's going to take now to pretty much drive through this entire top 10 who didn't take service there?
I don't know, man. I'm not looking forward to this. The way this race is going with all the cautions, I just really hope I don't get caught up in anything. I love this track. It's a blast. I like the old one better. I like the old surface better, but the new one's not bad. I don't know. It's just going to take some patience and just kind of figure it out as we go.
Yeah, we've seen all the racing have been from exiting of the corner there, especially out of turn number 4. So try to keep it straight, try to get through there, buddy, and we'll hopefully be able to talk to you here at the end.
I hope so, man. Have a good one, man.
You as well. Let me make sure I move him back into the right channel. Yes, I did. But here we go. Ethan Flanagan, bring us to the green. Johnny, he's not Johnny. Is it Johnny? I gotta look now. Joey, that was close. Bill Moore, he's back up front here. He's sitting at P4. Tony Frey, P5. Here we go. Ethan Flanagan brings us to the green. And everyone hold their breath for about the next 20-25 laps. This is gonna be pandemonium here. On guys with fresh tires, guys with no tires. Just some altering strategies here. Gonna cause all sorts of mess here. Think Jeff Medlin did get the advantage over Matt Fornes. Matt Fornes got stuck behind the 28 of Ed Morris Sr. Actually, let's go back there to that. That could be where our wreck happens, because I thought they were 3 wide, but they figure it out for the moment. Still, that is just a water mess. There it is! Scott Stewart Jr. involved. Matt Fornes! No! Matt Fornes gets involved. Exactly what he was just talking about. Oh, no. Everyone's involved. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Let's see if we can back this up here and see if we can see exactly what happens here. I don't know where to look here. Oh, it's the 27. Well, let's back this up here. Let's see if we can see exactly what happened here with the 27, who was just on the outside, goosed it up, and then about at the worst possible spot. Oh, my gosh. And well, I will say that's a good job by a lot of race cars there to get through that wreck there. Let's see here if we can see someone that I want to ride on board with through this incident here. I believe that's Tim Harmon there. No. Yes. No, that's Davey, I believe. Yes, it was Davey. Let's go on board here with the driver of the 00, as this, I'm sure, is going to be quite fun. Oh, gets checked up there, got a little bit of damage there, and then just trying to deal with all the carnage, though. Oh, gets a big shot there. And then you see Matt Fornes, who got involved there late as well. So I think tonight is just going to be who gets the least amount of damage tonight. I haven't seen any meatballs yet. No meatballs as of yet. Boy, Matt Fornes is going to tell me I'm not allowed to interview him no more. It's what it's going to come down to. I'm not going to be allowed to interview him anymore. Because the last couple times I've interviewed him, he's actually wrecked, I think, after I got done interviewing him. So, but man, just, oh, you hate that. But here we go. And now, once again, Bill Moore back on the front row as Matt Fornes actually did not pit. So I guess the damage must not have been that bad, at least, what he could feel in the race car. He'll find out right here. But here we are, lap 90 of 200. We're almost halfway through this race. Ethan Flanagan, Bill Moore, Joey Maines, Phillip Brown, Tony Frey. Green flag back in the air. Ethan Flanagan gets a great jump. He drives it. He's actually really, really high there in 1, but makes it work. Bill Moore will take over P number 2. The battle is going to be for 3rd, and then it is chaos on throughout the rest of the field here. But right now, Ethan Flanagan has a very good advantage here. As actually, let's try to go back here this pack, because I got a feeling we're not done wrecking just yet. As we've got differing strategies, differing damaged race cars. I mean, this is just where pandemonium can happen. Right now, we are following Jeff Medlin as he's trying to find a way to get through this mess. We're on board with him here. Tony Free turns the 42. Medlin gets through it. Oh my gosh, how did he get through that? Well, let's find out. Let's watch this here, as we was actually on board with the 3 there. You know what? That was not on the 6. That was on the 42. And did everyone get through it? Yes, they did. I apologize to Tony Frey. That was not on him. That was on what looked to be the 42, I think, just coming down the racetrack there. Once again, we're under our 9th caution of the night here. As it is getting a little crazy out here. The problem is who, I mean, at this point, like I said underneath our last yellow, who's going to be the one that can take the least amount of damage through tonight, as we are, once again, underneath our 9th caution, as you can see right here on your screens, as we're not even halfway through this race yet. You know, it's been a fun race, and let me tell you, beats the snooze fest we had last week in the first half of the Worldwide Technology race last week. So, I mean, I'm kind of all for it, kind of, you know, and also, this could be where we start seeing some of our rivalries start to happen. Short tracks are usually a really, really good Kickstarter to some people really not liking one another. We've already seen some moves out of some guys that may start to cause that. So that we might have some very interesting storylines coming out of here this evening. So, let's hope, I just hope we can, you know, I mean, I don't think we're going to stay green, and it's not anyone's fault. I think that's just the nature of the beast with it being Wilkesboro. But Ethan Flanagan and the Mirage, what is it, SRT? Is that what they are? I forget. Mirage SRR. As Ethan is actually sitting 16th in the overall standings right now. And right now he would actually be on the outside looking in. He is down 10 positions right now for making it into the playoffs. But once again, we are back under green, and the battle is going to be on between the 84 and the 48. Joey Maines and Bill Moore battling side by side, as Jeff Medlin and Matt Forrest, they have found themselves both looking back inside the top 5. As I see that back there, we're going to go back here to it. They were 3 wide for a second, but they figure it out for the moment. You almost just kind of hold your breath here, but we are finally halfway through this race. And I will say this, at this point, we almost can't even kind of leave the front, because it could definitely happen up here in the front, as you got 2 really, really fast race cars here stuck behind some other fast cars, but on differing strategies. The 48 slaps the wall that allows the 84 to get back alongside. And Ethan Flanagan not really checking away, I'm sure, the way he wants to. The 13 is up in the wall. I think we stay green. I don't know how we stayed green, but we somehow stayed green from that. There was definitely a lot of smoke, but I think everyone, for the most part, figures it out. Let's go back up to this as they are side-by-side battling really hard here for second. As actually, you might as well go and throw that up into the lead because Ethan Flanagan cannot check away from these two. But now Joey Miggs, I think, finally clears more. No, he doesn't. Reopens the door here for the 84, who's getting pushed by the 3 and by the 10. As you can see, the 84 really starting to kind of struggle down there on the bottom. The 35 really kind of struggled there getting into one. I think the 48 really had to check out of it there. And now the 84 finally falls in line back there at P3, so that's going to open the door for the 3 to try to get to the bottom. He's there. They're going to get underneath the 48. They're going to be 3 wide. They're rubbing with one another, but right now the 3 hangs on. And now this is where this gets interesting because the 3 comes up. He's rubbing with the 48 or the 84 as they're trying to get alongside the 48. Can't quite get there. Now this is where it gets interesting. They're 3 wide. Who's going to back out of it? The 3 clears, barely, almost clears himself on the 48. But now that kind of opens the door for the 84 to try to get around the 48. Can't quite do it. Bill Moore has just struggled tonight trying to make the pass. He has been there all night long, but just can't make that pass stick. And now Jeff Medlin watching as that bright green car behind him is just stuck behind this mess. We got a crash. We have a big crash. Back here with this, let's see. Oh, the 90 just goes up and tags the 88. Oh no, and our points leader gets involved. Oh, more contact. What in the world happened there? There had to be more stemming from that because it looked like he sent it on him. Yeah, it looked like he kind of got it sent on him here. Let's see if we can back this up here just a little bit here. I mean, something had to have happened there because that seemed like that kind of came out of left field here. We're going to be on board here with the 90 here. Let's see if we can listen in. I mean, sounds like he got out of it a lot later than most others. Well, so now we'll see who this brings down to receive some service. Doesn't look like a lot of people up near the front are. A lot of guys in the back who probably wanting to fix some damage. They're probably going to want to come down. But now Jeff Medlin, it looks like he's going to be stuck on the bottom. But I don't think Flanagan has really looked all that strong out front tonight. So we'll see if he can maybe figure it out here. The thing now that you have to really start thinking about is that if you wrecked earlier on in the race, you know, you had all these cautions, which granted it wasn't a ton of time, but, you know, you had all these cautions to at least get the chance to fix your race car. The later we get into this race, you don't have that opportunity. You don't have those laps. So we'll see what kind of happens here. You know, as we continue to move along. And here we go, we're back to green. It's Jeff Medlin there really having a battle. I believe, yes, that's going to be Bill Moore, as I am slightly been pulled in a different direction there for a moment, but we're back to the racing action here. Bill Moore goes down and rubs on the 3. Not really sure what that was about. As I think I see where our next wreck is coming from, but now the 84 really squeezing the 3. Don't know what that's about. Now they make contact. The 48 also makes contact with the 69. What's going to happen here? We're not going to leave off of this just yet. I don't think we've seen the end of this side-by-side battle. There may be some more contact here before this is all said and done, because I know the 3's going to have a thing or two to say about the contact on the front straightaway last time. He's trying to clear himself. Didn't quite do it that time. Now the 84 really sends it in on the 3. That's going to allow the 3 to clear him here, but we'll see if there's a little bit of contact here getting into the corner. No! I think the 3 may be able to get away from the 84 here. As I just heard a wall hit, but I'm not seeing nothing, so we stay green for the moment here. I don't really want to leave this because I feel like the 84 is trying to maybe find a way to get back to the 3, but I now see what we got to get back here to. We got to get back here to this. Just the absolute swamp that this is back here. And there we go, the 83. No yellow should come out for that. No yellow. We stay green. 83 should get it back going. Josh Vanguard just looked like he looped it coming off of turns 1 and 2 there, but he gets it back going. And I think for the moment everything's going to calm down. As yellow, there's the yellow. Let's see if this has anything to do with it. I'm not seeing a whole... Well, oh, that'll do it. What happened here, I wonder? Just came up and tagged him, and then something else happened here off the exit here. Oh, just tried to get back going and just looped it. We go back up here to Ethan Flanagan. Bill Moore goes down pit road to probably receive service, but Ethan Flanagan continues to stay out. We got about 10 good laps of racing in there. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So y'all, I don't have a whole lot to talk about right now. We have really seen a lot of craziness here for tonight. As we're about 70, I believe now it's going to be 79 laps from the end of this thing, and I don't think we have seen the end of it yet tonight. So we will continue to march along here. Ethan Flanagan still showing the way here, has been showing the way for quite some time. All right, here we go. Ethan Flanagan once again gets a launch and really kind of clears, but now that's going to allow the 3 to really be able to drive it really deep into turns 1 and 2. He comes up and clears off Davey. Once again, Flanagan still showing the way. As I see what's going on back here, let's go back here and watch this for the moment here. As they were 3 wide at one point here. That's Johnny May in the 9. And there's the wreck, but they save it. They stay green. We're gonna stay right here with the action though, because I don't think the craziness is done just yet here. As you can see it right there, Zach kind of gets his nose cut just a little bit, but he doesn't turn the 90. I just want. Oh, by the way, sorry. While we was back there watching that, Jeff Medlin goes for the lead and takes the lead away. I feel really bad we missed that pass for the lead, but he has it now. Now, can he get away? Zach Bucher, I believe that was back there, saves it coming out of turn number 2. I will say right now, Ethan Flanagan is our biggest mover of the night right now, up 22 positions if the race was to end right now. But if something was to happen to Flanagan, Davey right now would be our biggest mover, sitting at a positive 17 for this evening. And nobody else, I mean, the next closest I think is at 13, and that's Cortez back there. But right there, Matt Fords gets underneath Davey. See if he can make that pass. No, he did not quite get there. And actually, you can see right there a big fat donut there on the side of Matt Fords' car there. As we kind of see the 27. I don't know how the 27 is driven back up to the top 10, but he sure has. He's found himself back inside the top 10, really trying to battle to get back inside the top 10 after looping it in front of the whole field. And caused just a massive, massive pile jam there into turns really on the front straightaway. Right now, though, Jeff Medlin continuing to show the way for everyone involved. Oh, Sean Pointer! That is going to be a yellow. I just happened to look back and see that he was just behind Fords in P5. And I think he did it again. The exact same thing. He did it again. And probably has the same damage again. Oh my goodness. Poor Sean. Just struggling tonight. Man, oh man, oh man. Ethan Flanagan finally goes down pit road. He finally received service. I will say he was from lap 74. The only car still out there on that strategy is Tony Frey. Can we actually see that? Pit strategies here. Tony Frey with the first 74 laps without pitting, and has now been out there for 58. So with all the yellows, though, it might kind of work in his advantage just a little bit. Let's go up here. Let's take a look here up at the front here with, as you can see, pretty much our top 3 have all been on the same strategy all night long. Kind of where it starts to differ there is Richmond, but Richmond may have been trying to fix some damage here. As you can see right there, the Wada cars trying to get off pit road, not to get caught behind the pace car, and I think a lot of them are going to get caught behind it. I think it was very close to them making it to the line prior to the pace car, but I think everyone's going to actually get the chance to go around. So that is good for them. But underneath our 12th caution for the night, actually, we got several laps into that run there. Let's see if we can continue to keep that up there. Hopefully we can try to get past 150 here on this run. But I will say though, as we kind of get to this, we can see like we just showed, you can go. I mean, right there they went 74 laps underneath that stint. Tony Frey and I believe several others also went that long. So we will see if they can continue to stay out, which means that it actually shouldn't be too much further till we see Tony Frey come down pit road. Tim Harmon, Ed Morris Jr. both have black flags, but this time Davey, he's going to be on the bottom here. Green flag is in the air as Davey didn't really get a great start. Medlin able to get a huge launch there. Tim Harmon went really, really wide there. That's going to open the door for Brugg. Ethan Flanagan in the wall. What happened there? We're not going to leave up front just yet here, as this is still craziness up here. Davey and Matthew Richmond here battling for second. As they are really, really tight here, battling. And it doesn't quite look like Davey is actually going to be able to hang on to it. Matt Fornes will have to fall back to fourth. But now he's going to get alongside Richmond here. You kind of just watch all the craziness just, you know, kind of back there in the back of your screen here. We'll try to jump to it if we see anything interesting happening. But right now, I don't want to leave our front view here. As actually, guess who I see making a surge here? It's our pole sitter, Bill Moore. He's coming back. He's trying to get back up to the front. He has about 40 lap fresher tires than everyone else in front of him right now. As actually, I now see where we need to go. Right here, they were 3 wide. They bumped it down to 2, but now they're trying to go back to 3. So actually, that's going to be the 60 of Allen there. He's thought about it. He tried to get to the outside there. Couldn't quite get there, but he's on the outside of Tony Frey. You can see right here, Bill Moore sitting yellow. Paul, Rex again. And we'll see what happened back here with Ethan Flanagan here. Did Ethan give him a little bit of help? Yes, he did. Gave him a good old push. And thankfully, no damage to the 19 machine. Everyone keeps going here. And now this could be where we might see some of our front runners come down here. Because I think we can make it the rest of the way. Jeff Medlin comes down pit road. That's going to bring Richmond and Fornes. And it kind of splits the field here just a little bit here. I mean, I think they can make it for sure the rest of the way. But man, now you put yourself back there in all the chaos again. Unless they know for sure they are this short on fuel, you might as well come in and take it down and try to survive to get all the way back up to the front. But Davey finds himself up front here late in the going here, as we're looking at about 67 laps to go left in this race. I can do quick math, let me tell you. This is, you know, Davey hasn't really been somebody who's been up front, been really, really flashy tonight. Kind of just been kind of gritting and grinding, getting his way up there. And I will say, you know, we've actually got a two-way tie right now for most positions gained between John Fassbender and Cortez in the 13, both sitting at 21. And we have 3 people tied for third between Alan Coons, Phillip Brown, and Davey Hendricks, all at 19. And of course, our biggest loser is going to be Paul Chisholm, who has just, ever since he had that self spin, he has just not had a very good night tonight. But if you are out there watching, once again, let us know who you are pulling for. Let us know, you know, let your favorite driver know that you are pulling for them, trying to find a way to win it out here in North Wilkesboro in a very, very chaotic race tonight. As we are slowly but surely starting to get to the end of this thing here. But here we go. Davey Hendricks, Johnny Brugg, Phillip Brown, Will Moore, and Justin Cortez, your top 5. Davey takes the green flag, and we are to racing here. Cortez does not get a good start. Davey doesn't get the best start we've seen all night. And who is that? That is Brugg there. Almost got to the inside there. Something we want to watch. Every single time we have seen someone pit, they have struggled once they get out there. Fresh tires. Johnny Brugg goes around. Big wreck. I think everyone's going to get through it. Johnny Brugg goes around at the front, and then there was a secondary wreck. Let's first go to what officially brought out the yellow, even though I think they both kind of did. Oh, 83 just looked like he may have just went down the track. But what I want to see here is what happened to Johnny Brugg here. Something happened to Brugg. Did he just bounce off the wall? Oh, no. Philip Brown bounced off the wall right into Johnny. Nowhere for either of them to go. And that's going to bring the 8-car down pit road. Now we have a... Well, hold on a second here. Jesus. Okay, hold on here. I'm having to do... So, Fassbender right now is the biggest mover at positive 22. Then it is a 3-way tie for second between Philip Brown, Alan Coons, and Justin Cartez at positive 21. And then it's Davey at positive 19. Still biggest loser, Paul Chisholm at 13. Johnny Bruggs at minus 15. Matt Ford's actually isn't that many. Next biggest would be Dakota Ordnoff at minus 13. It's kind of your biggest gains and biggest losses here tonight so far. I wonder if that's going to show anything. Okay, never. That is not showing anything here. Trying to see what all I got here. Well, Davey is going to be bringing us to the green here as we're now inside of 50 laps to go as we're on our 14th caution of the evening. Will we have a green flag run here to end this out? I know for some of our guys who was on pit road about 10 laps ago, I'm sure would love for this to go green the rest of the way. Would really put a damper on these guys who were in front of them who did not pit underneath that last yellow. Here we go. Davey, Philip doesn't get the launch. Coons will take over second for the moment. Moore trying to get to the top. That opens the door for Cortez underneath him. And now Coons trying to get to the outside. Struggles there on the outside. Jeff Medlin, them, you can see them back there in this mess. Trying to get up there. Yellow is out. And I don't know why. Don't know why. Trying to see if I can see anything here. Not seeing anything here. Let me check something here. Not really sure why that yellow came out. I will say we did have a couple cars there hit pit road. Philip Brown hits pit road, and Bill Moore, he also hits pit road. So I believe they see what everyone else had saw here and decided to come down pit road. I am still trying to see what that yellow was for, and I am just not seeing it. I think this is... I mean, I'm just trying to see if I can see anything here. And the yellow's out there. There it is. Saw it right there. Boy, and just a bad night for Paul continues. As you can see, just looped it there. Okay, well, now we figured out what happened to our yellow and why the yellow flag came out. will say this much. Right now, if Davey is not going to pit again, which you're kind of starting to get to the point where I don't think you even can even think about trying to pit again, he's going to have to be out there for 120 laps. He has not pitted since lap 81. That is a long way to go, but we've also had a ton of cautions since the end of stage 2. So he could definitely have been saving a ton, and I mean a ton of fuel. Because we have not had that long a green flag run, so he could definitely have saved a ton of fuel at this point. So, we will see what happens here as we get ready to go back to green. Davey and Alan gonna bring us... Davey, make my own self crack up sometimes. But here we go. Once again, looking to go green here with about 140 laps to go. We are back to racing. Once again, Davey just doesn't get as big of a jump as we have seen tonight, but Alan does a really good job controlling second, gets up there and takes the 13's line away, which therefore takes the 2's line away. And you know, watching all this happen in front of the 3 and the 10 has definitely got to be scaring them just a little bit. Watching all of this happen right in front of them as they are right now in the hornet's nest. As I hear spitting. There it is! Big wreck! Big wreck! Everyone's gonna get through it, I think! I don't know! They're still wrecking! No! Matt Florence gets involved! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, well, I guess this is where we gotta start. So right here, the 13 gets turned by the 2, which causes that stack up while there was another wreck back there behind him. I don't know if anyone even got through this thing here. I think the list might be bigger of who didn't gain any damage out of that. Jeff Medlin got through it somehow. And then something I want to see is what happened to Matt Fornes here, who I thought got through this thing. As you can see, he was back here in the middle of all this, as actually Ethan Flanagan turned to 69, which caused that wreck back there. Gets involved in this incident, and Matt Fornes actually may be okay. His damage may not be that bad. His is probably not the worst damage we've seen tonight. Man. I mean, I don't even know who we could even go back and watch through whose eyes here, because I don't know if anyone kind of behind him got through any of it. Actually, I do see one person we can go watch. The guy I've been keeping my eye on all night long. I think he gets through both of these incidents here. Let's watch on board here. You can see right there's the 69 who gets turned. That's already scary. Gets through that, and then has to deal with all of this. No smoke. That might be on my end why there's no smoke. But finds his way and gets through it all. Man, oh man. This is, unfortunately, this has just been one of those nights. Welcome to Short Track Racing here as we're underneath our 16th yellow of the evening. And I hate to say it, I don't think we're done yet. I still think we have a couple more left to go. We'll just have to see what happens here. Here we go. We're getting ready to go back to the green. Jeff Medlin will start in P3, but Davey launches them and gets clear once again as he leads us into turn number 1. The thing that we have to watch out for is when Davey may run out of fuel, because now if we go green the rest of the way is maybe where I get slightly concerned. Prita was in the wall there, 3 wide. Jeff Medlin takes the lead. And I know if I'm Jeff, it seemed like a great call to go ahead and pit as early as he did. Prita gets shipped, but that breaks down somebody else. Oh my gosh, everyone again. We just got somebody hitting that. They wadded up. Matt Foran's involved again. Zach Bucher involved again. Tony Frey involved again. What in the world happened? I know Prita got shipped. I know that. Prita got shipped here by the 93. But that's not what caused all of this. Oh, the 84. Oh no, what happened? We may have to go to a far chase here and see exactly what happened, because this happened right behind the 93. Oh, the 83 hit the 84, comes back up into the 6, tags the 10, and then just, oh, Zach Bucher almost got through it. Oh, my goodness. Just pandemonium everywhere. Well, guys, and my thing is I still hate to say this again. I mean, the yellows are just not done. I mean, I think this is going to happen here, and this only plays into Davey's hand here, who's coming up on, if he can get it to 171, that's 90 laps of fuel that he has currently had in his race car. So, this is getting, we will, march along here. As the lights go out on the pace car here. You know, we got through the first 80 laps in just under 40 minutes. Since then, it has been quite different. Actually, no, correction. We got through the first 80 laps in under 30 minutes. And since then, it has been a completely different race. Davey, though, trying to see if he can maybe stretch it out on fuel. In the restart zone, takes the green flag. We are back to racing. Scott Stewart, we haven't talked a lot about him tonight. There he is in P3, trying to battle alongside Jeff Medlin here, as they're both trying to look for the lead. Both of these guys did pit on the same lap, but I will say, we do got some other guys up in the front here. Got a couple guys bouncing off the wall. That's going to allow Medlin to get to the outside of Davey. Davey looks like he got a little loose there, but that's going to give Jeff Medlin the lead. Put the 3 back out in front of Wilkesboro. Oh, the 00 almost tags the 3. Oh my goodness. But they keep it straight. The 00 checked all the way out to make sure he didn't turn the 3. And now the 00, I'm sure he's begging for a yellow now. He almost wants yellow to come down and take tires. Because you know he wants some fresh tires here to try to go the rest of the way. As he goes really, really deep into the corner. Scott Stewart tries the crossover. He's there. And actually, I think he may get his wish. I hit the wrong button. Oh my gosh. Now that opens the door for the 48 to get alongside the 27. The 00 hanging on. I will say, right now at this rate, Davey is going to try to go for over 100 laps on this set of tires and fuel. If we stay green, he only has to go about 6 more laps to get there. I know that fuel has to, he can't have that much fuel left in that tank. But right now, I will say at the rate it is currently going, we might stay green. This is the most spread out I've seen a bunch of cars since stage number 1. But right now, Jeff Medlin has about 0.8 of a lead and is looking like he might be pulling away here. And this might be what he wants, but as you can kind of see back there in the background, we do have some side-by-side action in about 2 to 3 respective groups. And right now, Davey is... I mean, I'm just curious to know how much fuel he has left in that thing, because it can't be a lot. Pretty much whenever we get to about 19 to go is when he'll be at 100 laps on that set of tires and fuel. And, I mean, that thing can't have too much more left in it. Right now, let's actually go back here to the Matt Ford's machine. Back there, I thought they were 3 wide, but they just stayed 2. But you can see this is an interesting group of cars here as they are battling back here what looks like for the 13th position. I will also say someone else who has having a heck of a wheel day right now, Josh Fassbender, even though he just lost P6, he is right now looking at potentially the biggest mover of the race at positive 21 points, as he's picked up just a lot of the scraps that have happened tonight throughout the events of tonight. So actually, we look at, well, actually, a lot of these battles have started to figure out here. Oh, there's one. Russo, wrecking, yellow, and I don't know who that hurts, who that saves, but 20 laps. As Davey, I believe, might have just missed out on having 100. He's at 99. Pit road, I think, is going to be closed. So he will officially get to 100 laps on this set of tires and fuel. That is crazy. As you can see, he stayed on strategy with everyone else. He has not pitted since the start of stage number 3. Just to put that into perspective, he hasn't pitted since the end of stage 2. And you can see Jeff Midland has actually pitted. He has pitted once since then. Some guys have pitted 3 times, 4 times. I think just 3. Sean Pointer, by the way, went 117 laps after pitting early in stage 1 and didn't pit again until about 50 laps ago, as Davey stays out. Josh Fassbender, he's going to come down, try to receive some service here. I'm kind of interested by that call. Russo probably got a black flag for entering closed pit. You know, I mean, the numbers I'm crunching just doesn't make sense, but the fact that we did see somebody go 117 makes it very, very close to him being able to make it, I think, pretty close to the end of the race. Actually, I think that does put him at making it to the end of the race, or if not, it would make him 1 lap short. But I think we've had a lot more yellows in this 117, well, really just 100 lap stretch compared to the 100 lap stretch that Sean Pointer had. So we will see what happens here. We do see some different names up front here because of how craziness tonight has been. We will see here what happens here as we are going to come to the restart with 16 laps to go. And boy, I just don't know if we've seen everything yet. Medlin into the restart zone, launches, gets away cleanly. That's probably best case scenario for him. Davey tries to clear off Vanguard for being able to get there. Can't quite do it. We're 3 wide back there, but they figure it out. Now the battle is actually going to be for second between Davey and Vanguard. There's almost 100 lap difference between their tires and fuel. Davey trying to hang on for everything he's got here, but it's not over yet. And I will say Vanguard actually has fresher tires than Medlin. Don't know if it's going to make much of a difference, but he does have fresher tires. We'll see if it makes any difference here, but let's actually just bump back just a little bit to this right here. Oh, they're bouncing off of one another. They're 3 wide. Now they're going to be bouncing off of one another coming out of turn number 4. Bruce wrecks again. As Chase Harden looked like he got dumped here by Justin May. Saves it Fassbender and then nearly wrecked. Brugg comes off and tags the 30. Oh my gosh! What? Oh, he's just lucky he didn't hit that. Oh no! It's something just happened to Edward Morris Sr. After the yellow flag was out, let's see what happens here. Caught up to the back of the pack. I think it's just where he just came to a complete stop. Okay. Maines hits pit road. And I think that was strategy. Davey stays out. Davey, I think, is going to try to go to the end of the race with this set of tires and fuel. Boy, talk about a strategy move here. Jeff Medlin probably not even watching this mirror. Why would he? Because, I mean, now, if you pit now, you don't have enough time to drive all the way up through the field. I mean, it's... Unless you got every single person to pit that's still on the lead lap besides the 3 is only when it makes it worth it. And I just don't see that happening. Especially with the differing strategies that I see all throughout this field. I mean, just for instance, I'm just going to name off all the laps of people who were, of everyone, last time they pitted. 142, 154, 81, 142, 160, 154, 142, 160, 160, 142. That is just in the top 10 alone. I think I said the same lap 3 times, 4 times, maybe 5. So, I mean, we just have a bunch of different strategies. And with us going to be inside of 10 laps to go, this is where something crazy could happen. As if something crazy hasn't happened all night tonight. But, you know, we're just kind of sitting. I mean, we've had our wrecks. We've had our couple big ones here. But now it's the money. It's money time, you know. Now we got to have a winner here in the next, 10 laps, hopefully. Who's going to make a move here to try to win the race here? And who's going to make a move that could potentially blunder their win away? Medlin trying to keep the pack kind of bunched up here. He launches. Vanguard does not get a good start. That puts Davey in a difficult position here. That gets Stewart alongside Vanguard. The battle is going to be for second. I don't think the yellows are done yet. We may have a couple more restarts left in this pack. Vanguard will take second. He will hang on to it for the moment. Johnny Brugg. No yellow. That's going to bring out the yellow. No, it doesn't. We are still green. Green flag stays out. We continue racing. I don't know for how much longer, though. This is going to be crazier as we come to the finish here. As you can see, that is just a wad-up mess up there right now. Matt Florence actually making a drive back through the field here, trying to regain as many points as he possibly can. We have 6 laps to go, and we're right now watching the battle for third, which really is the battle for second. Everyone keeping it green right now at the moment here. We're trying to just get this thing to the end. We're coming to 5 laps to go. Right now, everything seems in order. But that's usually when we've seen the big wreck. Oh my gosh, Davey may have just blew a tire. He may have just blown a tire. Oh my goodness. What happened to the 0-0? This is going to make it really tight off the corner here. He just, overshot something. I don't know what happened. And now that has completely squashed the top 3 away from him. But right now, the one who's the happiest to see that is Jeff Medlin, who is just checked out to almost a 2-second advantage. He is trying to knock these next 2 laps out as quickly as possible. He wants to get to that white flag as fast as possible. Man, he's got a chance here. He's got a really big chance here. Yellow flag is out. May and Harden crash. Oh my goodness. What happened here? Oh, May just lost it and tags the 5. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh, my poor little heart here. This is our 20th caution of the night. Nobody pits. I think pit road was open there, and nobody pitted. So the question is, does Phillip Brown do something from the second row to jack up the start here for the 3? That's kind of what this is going to have to happen here, is that somebody here is going to have to make a move somewhere to kind of mess up this start a little bit, to not allow the 3 to get that big of a jump. I just don't think it's going to happen, because the 3 has been one of the best cars we've seen on restarts all night long. And, I mean, it's going to take Phillip Brown having to do something to really jack up the 3 here, to really kind of cost the 3. I think the 3, as good as he's been on restarts, you know, I think it's his race to lose at this point. But I believe, even if we get the 1 to go here, I think it will extend to an official green, white, checkered. If I am doing my math correctly. Yes, we're actually already at a green, white, checkered, because I believe, yes, this is lap 200 right here, and we extend to a green, white, checkered. This is where things are about to get interesting. This right here is where a rivalry could very easily spark and extend us all the way into the playoffs here. You got guys back here probably just outside the top 4 here who thought they may have had a shot to win the race tonight, but it is now going to come down to one final restart. Can the 3 launch? Can somebody do something here to try to stick with the 3? The 3 launches, goes. Everyone behind him keeps it going. A couple cars hit the wall. The 3 is a long way out in front. The battle's going to be on for second. As long as we stay green and we get to the white, it's going to be the 3's race, I do believe, unless he makes a massive mistake here. No! The 69 gets turned! Do we get the yellow? No yellow! The entire front stretch is completely packed! And barring something crazy happen here, Jeff Medlin finally gets it done here. He's gonna win here at North Wilkesboro. And Josh Vanguard comes home P2, Scott Stewart P3. Davey Hendricks finds a way to go, I don't know how many laps. How many laps did he go? 123 laps on that set of fuel. And man, oh man, but Jeff Medlin finally gets it done this season after coming P2 so many times. He finally gets it done. Oh man, and being someone who has raced so hard and come home second so many times, I know that feeling that he has right there. But he burns it down here tonight, here at North Wilkesboro, putting the 3 car back in victory lane, which is always a great thing to see, as he will do, I believe it's the Polish victory lap, I think is what that's officially called. Nope, yeah, he stopped it. But man, as our unofficial results are scrolling by on the top of our screen here, let's see here. Man, oh man. Well, let's see here if we can talk to a couple of our drivers for tonight. As actually we're going to let them kind of work their way back up and get get out of their cars and kind of think about everything that has happened this evening. Just, man, what great racing we've seen here tonight. I know the 20 cautions makes it look like we didn't have the greatest tonight, but I really think we had a really, really good night. We're going to go ahead, and I want to make sure I have this correctly here. I do. We're actually going to talk to our points leader coming into tonight, Scott Stewart Jr. Scott, it's Derek, buddy. not really a normal night for you, but finding a way to finish it out. P3, man. Just talk about your night in general.
Yeah, that was nothing short of demo derby. But yeah, I mean, I felt like I was pretty fast. The first like 20 laps, those top five of us kind of broke away and we're starting to set the pace. And then after that, the chaos kind of started. And then I lost it all on my own, spun out of two, and had wheel damage like 80% of the race. So I was just holding on, trying to defend what I could. And, when I just was trying to go out there, have some fun, and guard the top. That was all I was doing.
Well, and we did see for some people they can make the outside work. For other people, they can make the inside work. And for some people, they couldn't pass people to save their life tonight. And I know this is the rescan. I know I personally haven't driven on the rescan, but it definitely seemed like the bump was still a factor coming out of turn 4.
Yeah, yeah, hit that a lot in practice. I mean, I feel like by yourself, you got to run the low line and hit that concrete so you can turn the car. That's what I noticed. But when you're racing people, man, you'll just get swamped. And yeah, that bump caught a lot of people out for sure.
That it did. Well, buddy, go ahead. Hey, give your shots for tonight, and barring something crazy, I think you may still be holding on to the regular season points lead after tonight.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. It's been a good season so far, and yeah, thank you guys for putting on the broadcast. You're awesome. You guys do a great job. Thank you, North South, Matt, Sam, who couldn't be here, Mike, Matthias, and just everyone. So much fun racing, and we all give each other good laughs while we race. And yeah, shout out to the league. Lots of fun. Even though it was a demo derby, it was still a pretty good time, and still lots of respect for racing out there. So yeah, ready for Christmas.
I'm right there with you. I'm ready for the Christmas break myself. But alrighty, buddy. Well, hey, we will see you in 3 weeks' time when we come back from Christmas break.
Yes, sir. Have a good holiday. See you guys.
Wow. And that was the driver, the number 27. And there is the guy I wanted to pull in second. And that's going to be the driver of the number 83, Josh Vanguard. Josh is Derek up in the booth, buddy. Really, I don't think I've gotten to talk to you all season. And, you kind of came on a little late there in the race, and did you just find a way to hang on there for P2, man? Talk about your night.
Yeah, with like 40 to go, one of those cautions, I grabbed 2 tires, 2 rights, and the car felt pretty good. I felt like I would have had a better performance had those last 2 cautions not come out. I think I had something for Jeff until those last 2 cautions came out. Starting on the bottom there, man, is rough.
Yeah, we did see that. We seen that from just about everybody tonight. Nobody could really get the bottom line to really work.
Yeah, I feel super bad that me and Phil touched there at the end. So sorry, Phil, if you're watching. Other than that, yeah, I mean, it was a good run. Felt good. Car felt good pretty much. Most of the night it was tough. Just trying to survive all the carnage, There's a lot of that going on tonight. So I just was patient in everything I did until that last laps. Go ahead.
Oh, no. I was just going to say, yeah, I mean, it was, it was just a lot of craziness. And, I mean, heck, in turn, made it really crazy there for the final, for the final lap to have that big wreck happen there. But,
yeah.
I mean, it was a battle of attrition, and, you made a good strategy call, kind of, pitting kind of early enough to give yourself enough time to cycle, read back up to the front, and, you bring it home P2. Man, hey, go ahead, give your shouts and everything, and we'll see you after the Christmas break.
Yeah, sounds good. Shout out to the Vendetta boys. We've had a tough beginning of the season. Got a couple of wins, but it's been pretty tough on us, but we're plugging along. Shout out to you for putting on this broadcast. I'm sure it was a tough one. Shout out to the RRL League for putting these on, and shout out to Phil. Sorry, buddy. And Jeff for taking the W. It's good to see him win.
Yes, sir. Well, all righty, buddy. We will see you in 3 weeks' time after the Christmas break.
Sounds good.
Yes, sir. And there he goes. And that was Josh Vanguard, driver of the 23. Now, the man of the hour. The man that finally gets it done.
Fine. Yes, thank you.
Finally
What
gets
is
it.
it? Yeah, wasn't it like third, second?
Yeah,
Finally get a win.
Yeah, I mean, man, you strung a lot of good finishes together here the last month or so, and I mean, you had a really fast car, put it on outside pole position to start the race. Dominated, led the entire first stage. Second stage, he was just as fast. And really, I mean, when you got up to the front, I mean, I just don't think there was anybody that could beat you. You just seemed like you had the best car all night. What was it like actually sitting in the cockpit of that thing tonight?
Smooth sailing. Honestly, I was worried the first stage. Bill was fast. I think Bill was probably the person, and him and Matt were going to be the two guys I know for sure. For some reason, us three are always tangling on short tracks. Bill, I think, unfortunately got caught up in a wreck. And then Matt, I think, got a little damage too, so it slowed him down, and I just had to keep the car clean. I knew I had a chance to win, as long as I can make my way back up there.
Yeah, I mean, you were definitely one of the best cars on restarts. I know, it's what got you the lead to start the race, starting on that top lane.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, every single restart. I mean, most other people, they would probably just barely clear into one. You was almost 2 to 3 car lengths in front. By the time getting into turn one. So, I mean, you had a really, really fast car under you, and, now you kind of take the pressure off of you. Going through this Christmas break, you ain't got to really worry about it. Coming back for the grind basically all the way up until pretty much the All-Star week and, the start of the playoffs. So, I mean, I know that's got to be a big monkey off your back now. Now you get to go out racing, try to be our first repeat winner of the season.
Yeah, I didn't repeat last year. I only won one last year. I had a couple chances. So season before, I think I won 3 or 4. So I'd really like to, win another one before the regular season. Honestly, I want to win the regular season, just so I could throw it in Davey's face that he's not the only one. But yeah, it was. And on your like what you're talking about on the restarts, I felt like everybody that was like in control of the restart, they were going too deep into the restart zone, because then it allows the cars on the low end or the low side to get on the straightaway better. But I just noticed that if I went just a little early where I could get, off really well, the guy on the bottom couldn't. And then second and third are pretty much racing each other for 2-3 laps.
Yeah, that's honestly how it looked. But man, go ahead and give your shout outs for winning the Ugly Sweater 200.
Thanks, Bill, for sponsoring the race. Thank you guys for. I don't know where your partner's at. What's going on here? Right? Is it just one of you?
He sent me a text early on in the day, said he had something going on tonight, so I got you. I'd be able to handle it all by myself tonight.
Well, yeah, good job on doing the solo dolo stream. Thanks for all the sponsors for all of our races. Thanks to my family and my wife's family, and thanks to all the guys that race, and for no one killing me. And also, I actually didn't have to wreck someone to win North Wilkesboro for once, so that's nice.
That's a tough thing to say, because
yeah.
Anybody else would have won tonight probably couldn't have said that tonight. So, but all right, buddy.
Yeah, that might have been right. All right, buddy. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Go enjoy your.
I think you got Scott. I think you got Scott up there too. Still.
I already did Scott. I did Scott first.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay. Yeah. Gotcha. All right, man. Well, good job.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And that was our winner, Jeff Medlin. And I just want to see if he's going to be willing to talk for just a second. Davey, it's Derek up here in the booth. You got me, buddy?
I do.
Hey, I'm curious. And this is just curiosity speaking to me here. How much fuel did you have left?
Oh, fuel? I had plenty of fuel. That was never an issue. I probably could have gone another 30 to 40 laps.
How much longer could the tires have went?
It depends on how many caution laps we got. If you would have kept giving me cautions, I could have stayed out there longer, because, I mean, we didn't get enough green flag runs for me to, for those tires to show. But, I mean, I don't know. I was hoping that by staying out, I would just stay up front, stay out of the trouble. And that's really all I kind of wanted to get out of it. Because I was never going to compete with Forns or Medlin or any of the people that had been up there and were actually fast. Mm-hmm. I just wanted to not die, and it worked. I didn't die. I missed most of the big wrecks. came home with like a top 5, which I didn't deserve, but I will take it after whatever kind of a show we just had.
Yeah, P4 for the night. But yeah, no, that was just something I just wanted to know what the tire and fuel was been like, because I know you was over 100. So that's all I wanted out of you, buddy. Thank you.
No problem.
Yes, sir. And that was Davey Driver with a 00. But yeah, so I want to thank everyone for tuning in here. But we're going to go ahead and do our final rundown for the night here. Jeff Medlin gets it done. Big winner here tonight at North Wilkesboro for the Ugly Sweater 200. Followed by Josh Vanguard coming home P2. Scott Stewart Jr. probably going to still be our points leader, coming home P3. Davey Hendricks P4. Matthew Richmond P5. Tim Harmon P6. That's a good run for the 73 machine. Sean Pointer P7. Josh Fassbender Sr. P8. Biggest mover of the night, I will say, with positive 20 positions gained. Good job to the 2-car. You know, after not having just the greatest start to the season, you know, a little something good here to take him into the Christmas break. Cedric Brousseau, P9, who had a very rough night but finds a way to keep it on the lead lap, brings home a top 10. Justin May, P10. Isaac Wilson, who had a very up and down night, P11. Edward Morris Sr., really good run for him, P12. Matt Foran, guy who's probably going to want me to quit, interviewing him, coming home P13. Chase Harden, P14. Justin Cortez, P15. Johnny Brugg, 16th. Philip Brown, 17th. Joey Maines, 18th. P19, Alan Coons. 20, Bill Moore. 21st, Paul Chisholm-Nutt. 22nd, Tony Frey. Zach Bucher, 23rd. Brandon Parks, 24th. Didn't talk about him hardly at all tonight. Ethan Flanagan, P25. Ed Morris Jr., P26. Dakota Ordinoff, P27. Mike Simon, P28. And Connor Darnell, P29. Final thoughts for the race tonight, y'all. I really did enjoy it. It was a great
Uh,
race. A lot of yellows, but that tends to happen when we go to these short tracks. But I do want to thank each and every person for tuning in tonight. I really appreciate it. Once again, if you have any comments, you by all means can reach out to me with your comments to let me know what you thought about our race this evening, about our broadcast. I am looking to make this thing better as we move along. But we have one more race for you tomorrow night. The not Xfinity. Who is it? ARCA. They are at, let me check here. I want to check and make sure I'm correct on this. ARCA is at Michigan tomorrow night for 75 laps. And that will be the final race until, I believe it's the 4th? The 3rd? The 5th. January 5th, when Xfinity kicks us back off at Michigan. Of course, our Cup Series, we will be back in action on January 7th, as we're also going to be in Michigan for college football night, the Hail to the Victors 200. Until then, guys, everyone take